What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. Now today, I'm gonna give you some basic tips for getting your lawn through summer. And these tips, they're gonna be geared towards all lawns in all parts of the country, both cool and warm season. And with that, let's get after it. Now, before we get too deep into this, I want to talk first about burning the lawn. You know, I've been working with homeowners for over 20 years now, and by far the biggest fear that you guys have in the summer is applying stuff to the lawn and you fear that it's going to burn it. For some reason, a lot of you equate the rising air temperatures with an increased threat for burning your grass.
So let me put you at ease right now. The only products that could actually burn your lawn due to being applied in heat are weed killers, also called herbicides. Many of these, they do have a warning that if you apply when it's over 85 or 90, you can singe or burn your grass. Now, this is easily avoidable by just making a smart decision and waiting until the evening time when it's under 85 to spray your weed killer. Even down here in Florida, it gets down to 75 at night, and that's when I typically will spray through July and August.
So let me be clear, the only product that you should have a fear of burning your lawn with in the summer is a herbicide. Granular fertilizer, it will not burn your lawn. Liquid fertilizer like this 2800 green charge, it will not burn your lawn. Biostimulants like RGS or compaction cure will not burn your lawn. And finally, combination products like this spoon juice, which is liquid nitrogen and liquid iron plus biostimulants, humic and kelp, will not burn your lawn in the summer. Let me prove it to you.
Yesterday, it was about 92 degrees here in Florida, and I applied 2406 flagship to the lawn and then turned right around and applied 4000 pre-ban, and then on top of that, I sprayed spoon juice. Now after that, I ran over the lawn with a light dose or misting of water because there's another myth out there about burned lawns, and I see this often, and that is that if you water in the heat of the day when the sun is shining, that the water droplets will act like a prism and burn the lawn. Now, before I show you what did or didn't happen there, I want to let you know that applying the flagship and the pre-ban on the same day, it's actually a part of the recommended strategy for Florida. We have fertilizer bans, and pre-ban is an extreme slow release product that is going to feed the lawn over the next 4 months, trickling out the nitrogen. Now, I applied flagship at the same time to give my lawn a big boost heading into that ban that starts June 1st. Both of these products are on sale right now until the 31st as a part of our Memorial Day sale at Yard Mastery. Now, I'll give you a link for more information about pre-ban below, as well as a link to the Memorial Day sale items. It's our biggest sale of the year, so be sure to stock up.
3 days later.
All right, here you go. Take a look behind me. It's been 2 days since that heavy application of granular fertilizer plus a liquid biostimulant fertilizer with liquid iron and nitrogen in it, plus a little light smattering of water, and you can see that the lawn is not burned. And I want to reiterate here, in Florida, most counties are going to ban nitrogen fertilization starting June 1st all the way through September 30th. So by getting down this pre-ban now and applying it the last week of May, it'll trickle out the nitrogen for you for 4 months. It's really cool technology, and like I mentioned, this is on sale right now. You still have plenty of time to order and have it sent to your house before the ban starts. But once again, you can see it was 92 degrees on the day that I threw all that down just a couple days ago. The water didn't act like a prism, nothing got burnt. It's just all myths. Nothing is gonna burn the lawn in the summer. You don't have to have any fear. Now, I have a video that I'll link below where I actually put down flagship at 25 times the recommended rate and didn't burn the lawn. And then I have another video I did a couple years ago where I heated my fertilizer all the way up to 106 degrees in the middle of a hot day and then put down those hot pellets on the lawn, and you'll also see it didn't burn. All of this to say, don't be scared to throw down. You're not gonna burn your lawn.
Okay, so now you know that nothing is going to burn the lawn, so let me make some specific recommendations for you. Here's where we need to separate cool from warm season lawns, as our approach is just a little bit different. For cool season lawns, that's Kentucky bluegrass, turf-type tall fescue, and perennial ryegrass, your grasses, they will tend to slow way down in the summer. Even if you're getting consistent rain where you live, once temps get over 85 degrees consistently every day, the growth rate of your grass, it's going to decrease by 30% or more. Now, you'll still want to mow weekly, but you'll just find there is much less top growth occurring. This is because cool season lawns, they do most of their growing in spring and fall, and in the summer they just naturally slow down. It's the heat of summer that triggers this slowdown, and so you don't want to hammer it with too much nitrogen during this natural slow growth, which is why I recommend fertilizing cool season lawns in the summer with higher potassium and magnesium, which helps with stress while also keeping the nitrogen lower just to maintain color. Now don't get me wrong, nitrogen still drives the bus when it comes to keeping the lawn green, but the lawn, it just doesn't need as much since it's slowed down. What it does need though is support during the stress of the dry, hot summer. Now in my yard mastery programs, I recommend 7020 stress blend in the summer, and it contains nitrogen plus chelated iron for color, along with electrolytes, potassium and magnesium, plus a natural additive called Bionite that adds carbon to the soil. Now it's proven to turn lawns green while not surging growth, and it's perfect for summer. If you like something that is more natural forward, then try out the all-new 5015 Life Support. Being natural based, it's going to feed microbes in the soil and build carbon while also giving you slow release nitrogen plus potassium plus magnesium along with 10% sulfur. Sulfur is another secret to a green lawn, especially if you have a high pH. This product will perform extremely well for you, and once again, it will not burn your lawn. Now lastly, I did spike into the product also some biostimulants, humic and kelp in granular form, and that makes this a truly complete product of fertilizer, soil amendment, and biostimulants, all in the bag. And both of these are on sale right now for the Memorial Day promotion.
For warm season lawns, things are exactly the opposite. St. Augustine, Bermuda, zoysia, centipede, and bahia grass will do most of their thickening during the summer. They start slow in the spring and they build to spread and take ground over the months of June, July, and August when the heat is really on. Warm season lawns, they do better when it's hot outside, over 85 degrees for sure, and you must keep them irrigated. You see, our lawns, they spread with aggressive runners called rhizomes, or in the case of my St. Augustine grass, they're called stolons. These runners are the secret to keeping weeds out of the lawn because they weave all together in here and they form this really dense mat of turf that literally chokes weeds out. And in order to fuel this growth and strengthen this grip, you want to make sure that you're feeding your warm season turf with nitrogen at least every 30 to 45 days or so.
For warm season lawns, you've already seen that I recommend 2406 Flagship. It's our best-selling fertilizer for a reason, and that's because it turns lawns super dark green with 24% nitrogen plus chelated iron, a little potassium, and micronutrients, manganese and zinc. You will not find store-bought fertilizers with this much nutrient packed into it, and Flagship is also spiked with 10% Bionite to once again feed microbes and increase carbon in the soil. Now another excellent choice would be our all-new natural nutrient blend, Derby Green. This is a 2002 analysis and is much more natural forward. It also will not stain concrete. The 20% nitrogen is 50% sulfur coated, making this slow release and very safe to apply, plus premium sulfate of potash and spiked with peptides and kelp. Now, if you're looking for something a little different to try on your lawn, throw down some Derby Green and just watch the results you get. Your warm season turf will love the natural nutrients, and the peptides will help during summer stresses from heat and disease. Both Flagship and Derby Green are on sale for our Memorial Day promotion.
Next, let's talk about insect and disease control.
Pretty much all lawns, no matter where they're located, you have the potential to encounter insect issues this summer. Of course, grubs are the one that we think most of right now, and it's not too late to get your grub preventative down. The newest chemistry available is called acelepryn, and it's also the same active ingredient that you'll find in Scott's Grub X at the store. Right now, all across the country, professional lawn services, they're applying acelepryn insecticide to lawns to not only prevent grubs, but to kill multiple nuisance and damaging pests in their customers' lawns. I made an in-depth video on this product that I will link up there in the eye for you. But the main thing to know is not only does it kill and prevent grubs, it also prevents a bunch of other insects, including sod webworm and armyworm that attack grasses both north and south. It's also good on nuisance pests like ants, fleas, and ticks. You get down your Scott's Grub X now and you'll be protected from both damaging insects like sod webworm and grubs, as well as nuisance pests like ants and fleas for the next 2 to 3 months.
At the same time, you can apply disease prevention. And if you're down south and you have St. Augustine, I highly recommend disease prevention for gray leaf spot, and right now is the time to get that down. I did an in-depth video that I'll link right up there in the eye for you. If you live in the transition zone or the Midwest and you have turf type tall fescue, brown patch disease will also be something that you want to prevent, and once again, right now is the time for an application of fungicides. No need to get any fancy designer or professional fungicides, just get what's available at the store. As you all know, I recommend what's called the bulletproof strategy, which is an application of 2 fungicides with 2 different modes of action. In the case of preventing brown patch and fescue, it's Scott's Disease X, which is active ingredient azoxystrobin, and Bio-Advanced Fungus Control for Lawns, which is active ingredient propiconazole. Apply both of those now on the same day and you'll be protected from brown patch heading into the early summer. Lastly, let's talk about moisture management and how to properly water your lawn. So many times I'll be working with somebody and I can see that their lawn is underwatered, and what they'll tell me is, well, Alan, listen, I water for 30 minutes 3 times a week. Or they might say something like, I have an irrigation system and it comes on for 10 minutes per zone every morning. But that doesn't really tell me me anything. That's because I don't know anything about your particular sprinkler, how much area it's covering or how much volume comes out of your house and therefore can come out of your sprinkler. This sprinkler here, I could set it to maybe just cover that corner there, or I could set it to cover all the way around and go back and forth and cover this entire area. But as you can guess, 30 minutes of it only covering this corner is going to get a lot more water there than if I have 30 minutes of it covering all the way around. And so you can see now by telling me that you're running that every third day for 30 minutes, it doesn't really tell me anything to be able to help you out any further.
Instead, what you need to do is you need to take the tuna can challenge. You only have to do this one time, and what you do is you put a tuna can out in your yard, position the sprinkler in whatever way you normally do, and then run it until you collect a ½ inch of water in that can. It may take 30 minutes for that, it may take an hour, but when you're done, you will know how long it takes to get down a ½ inch of water to that area of the lawn. Now here's the thing, when we water lawns, we want to water them deep and infrequent, kind of like my first marriage. Infrequent means letting the lawn dry out in between waterings. In summer, you typically need to water every 3 days or so minimum, and when it comes to how much, 1/2 inch of water is considered to be a deep watering. Ask your wife if a ½ inch is deep and let me know what she says in the comments. Either way, you want to water 1/2 inch every 3 days all summer long. That's kind of the base standard. Now, some of you can get away with less water, and others you may have to water more often. Oftentimes the difference is cloud cover. You know, if you live somewhere like Florida where the clouds, they kind of build all day long, well, those clouds, they'll block the sun for a couple minutes every hour. And just that little bit of shaded clouds, it reduces your watering quite a bit, gives the lawn a break. However, if there are no clouds, it's just beating sun all day every day, then even watering every day may not be enough to keep you from developing hot spots.
In the past, you all know that I've recommended Hydretain to get you through the hottest and driest periods, and it works great. But now I have a new option for you that has even more ingredients, more benefits, and it's also cheaper. It's called Moisture Max, and it's got the humectant just like the Hydretain, but it's also got a surfactant for better, deeper water penetration, along with fulvic and kelp biostimulants to increase root mass. So not only are you helping to retain the water that you're applying, but you're also creating more root mass to help hold it as well. The regular price of Moisture Max is lower than Hydretain already, but during the Memorial Day sale, it's an additional 20% off. So you can get big savings on a much more robust product to help hold moisture in your root zone all summer long. And I'll prove it to you here coming up in a few weeks. You guys know I always do the potted plant tests with Hydretain. So this year I'll do it with Moisture Max next to Hydretain, next to a control, and I'll show you that it works just as good, if not better, and of course it's cheaper. So there you go, y'all. There are the basics for maintaining a nice lawn during the summer. Fertilize the right way, keep it irrigated, prevent insects and disease, and above all, take the fear out. You're not gonna burn your lawn. I'll give you lots more helpful links to detailed videos in the description below, and please feel free to leave questions or comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the lawn.